Welcome back. You know, growing up in the land of pleasant living meant spending the summer months eating steamed crabs, drinking cold natty bows. Beer brewing has been part of Baltimore history since the 1700s. At one time, there were 38 breweries on Brewers Hill, 27 of them on Brewers Row. Such a history. With me now to talk more about it, Joe Gold and Dominic Cantalupo, co-founders of Baltimore Beer Week.
Absolutely.
This is awesome, guys. This is a collaborative effort. Baltimore Beer Week. Talk first. Give us the big picture on this.
The big picture is we're celebrating all things beer in the land of pleasant living for 10 straight days in Baltimore, and this is our 9th year.
Yeah, we'll host probably about 300 events during the 10 days, and it's a wide variety of events.
All over parts of town, yeah.
It's a long history of brewing here in our town of Baltimore. I mean, just talk a little bit about the history.
Well, we actually have the Baltimore Beer Week Legends Hall of Fame happening on Friday the 13th. We're inducting the Barnett's family, which was the first brewer ever in Baltimore, and they brewed in 1748. They opened their brewery.
Wow, just a little ways ago.
Yeah, just
the
a little
mid-1700s.
Yeah, absolutely, exactly. Yeah, and we've been brewing ever since.
Can you talk a little bit about the genesis? I mean, how was Baltimore Beer Week? How did you guys come up with it?
That's an excellent question. It would take way too long to talk about it. But
the
short version is we saw a couple breweries in town closing down. Cap City closed down, Sisson's closed down, a couple other breweries around town closed, Globe. And we're like, we need to raise awareness for what's going on here because the craft beer business was booming in other towns and it just seemed a little stale here. So we said, let's do a beer week, spend 10 days focusing on it, and it's blown up ever since.
And my, how times have changed. You've got a few local favorites here with you today, and we see the local brewing scene kind of growing again.
Absolutely.
Correct?
We have more than 60 breweries in the state of Maryland alone.
Yeah.
Not many people
and
know
across
that.
the
And there's
state.
5,500 in the U.S. And the Brewers Association estimates a brewer in America opens every 11 minutes right now.
Beer, it's certainly popular.
Yes, it is.
The joke was it's not just for breakfast anymore, right?
Absolutely. No, you can't drink all day if you don't start in the morning.
Any thoughts on the different events you have going? Some key ones you'd like to highlight?
Well, I think the opening tap event is a great opening tap celebration. We will use our Star Spangled Banger to crack the first firkin that we have there. We anticipate 8,000 to 10,000 people for that event.
Yep, at M&T Bank Stadium.
M&T Bank Stadium on the first Saturday. We also have a Cask Ale Fest, is one of the largest in the region.
Yep.
And we have a walking history tour the second week. We're going to be featuring a bicycle tour of sorts through Baltimore City this year. So there's a lot of events can be found on our website.
Oh, I'm sure of that. Give us well, that website was on the screen. BaltimoreBeerWeek.com. We know all the information there now.
You can sort by area of town, you can sort by sponsor, you can sort by venue, you can sort by date, time,
and you need to when it's 10 days. It's Baltimore Beer Week plus a few.
Yeah. Well, you need both weekends if you're having a week.
Of course. We want 2 full weekends of this. Now, briefly, the Star Spangled Banger.
Yes.
There is a rich history, the dark striped wood. Just mention briefly, people, if they get a chance to check this out.
The Y oak was our state tree. It was a 460-year-old tree on the eastern shore. And when it fell down under a thunderstorm, the wood was hewn into planks and put away in the state. And we found out about it, and we said, can we get some pieces of that wood to make our one-of-a-kind mallet? And this is what we've done. So that's what we did, and then we got a nice little hop cone carved at the bottom. Absolutely, go ahead.
It's got a little heft to it.
Yeah, it does.
The dark wood is actually in our governor's desk as well, you say.
The governor's desk was made out of the same wood.
Well, I'm telling you, that's a serious mallet.
Yes, it is.
It's going to be serious fun and a serious celebration.
We'll be wielding it all week.
Thanks, Joe. Dominic, thanks so much for coming in.
Thanks, Mike.
Baltimore Beer Week, it's coming up, and it kicks off this weekend and goes for 10 days. Enjoy it. Enjoy a few brewskis. It's going to be
Come out and see us. Come on out and see us.
Absolutely.
Well, we'll buy you one.
All right. Well, looking forward. Maybe we'll enjoy one of these later after the show. Awesome. Stay with us, everyone. Coming up next, the Dance Teacher of the Year. How about that?
That's awesome. She's ran